Hello students, welcome you all. My name is Parul Gupta, your computer science teacher. So I welcome you all. I hope you all are fine. So as you all know that student that we have already started with our chapter 3, that is working with functions. Okay, so whatever the topics are there student in your book according to this chapter, that is working with function, that we have covered. So now in this section student, basically I'm going to discuss the few problem solving questions whatever is there in your book, that I'm going to discuss in this particular session, so that it would be more clear to you, and the more you practice and the more you will learn. Okay, so that basically I'm going to discuss in our today's video session. Okay, so I hope this till this much you don't have any confusion. So whatever the questions are there, that I'm going to discuss. So let's start with our first problem. Yes, so this is basically our first problem. The question is, a program having multiple functions is considered better designed than a program without functions. Why? Means a program in which functions is there, okay, multiple functions are there, that is considered better as compared to the program without function. ऐसा क्यों? Why? Okay, so basically the answer is functions are the reusable piece of code. Okay, reusable means जब हमें ज़रूरत होती है, that time we able to use it. The program would be easy to understand as the main block of program becomes compact as the code of the function is not part of it. Why? Because हमारा जो main program होता है, when we are writing a program in Python, okay, so that time whatever the content is there, means if we're creating a function, so in that one we can specify, right? So then whatever you have specified in the function, there's no need to write the same content again in your main program. So what will happen, the main program, the size of the main program reduces. Why? Because the code has already been written in the function where you have created the functions. Okay, and when it's written, and again when we need to use more than once, we can write the code in the form of function and we can call it more than once. मीन्स आपको जब वो फंक्शन की ज़रूरत है, आप उसको यूज़ करना चाहते हो, यू जस्ट सिंपली कॉल दैट फंक्शन इन योर मेन प्रोग्राम. So that time you can use whatever the code you have written, or you can say the statement you have written inside the body of function. Okay, that's why because of this reason a program having multiple function is better designed as compared to the program without functions. Okay, आई होप इसमें कोई आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. यू ऑल नो दैट वट एवर द फंक्शन यू हैव क्रिएटेड, इफ़ यू वॉन्ट टू यूज़ इन योर मेन प्रोग्राम, सो यू कैन जस्ट सिंपली call a function. Okay, there is no need to write the code again in your main program. So what will happen, the compact size of your main program will also get reduced, and there is no need to writing the same instruction again. Clear? Now come to our next question. Yes, what all information does a function header give you about the function? Means while you are writing a function, so the first line, the function header line, what information you are basically getting from that particular function header line? That is the question. Okay, so the first line of a function definition, that begins with the keyword, that is definition, that is def, and ends with the colon sign. You all know, जब function लिख लेते हैं उसके बाद at the end we have to put the colon sign. Specifies the name of the function and its parameter. What is the role of that function line? एक तो हमें उससे क्या मिल जाता है, the name of the function, means with what name you have created the function, and the parameter means the value that you have passed inside the parenthesis. That is known as the term parameters. So this information we are getting while we are using the function header line. Clear? Clear? So I hope till this much there will be a no confusion. Means you all know how to create a functions, you know what is the use of function, and now you all know what is a function header line basically specifies. Clear? So now I'm going to discuss few program solving, you can say the programs from this chapter I'm going to discuss. Okay, so let's have a look. Now what I'm doing, I'm just going to explain the few problems like programs or the output that has been generated according to the code given. So that I'm going to discuss all these questions one by one. Okay, now comes to my first question, that is trace the following code and predict the output of the following. Like first you can see define power b comma p. What is this define? Means defining a function with the name that is power, and these b comma p are the parameters passed inside this parenthesis. Means जब आप function declare करते हो तो parenthesis के अंदर whatever the value you are going to pass, that will be considered as the parameters. Okay, then this y equals to b raised to the power p. Okay, b की power कितनी है p, and return y. Means this is the body, or you can say the body of this power function. Okay, then one more function has been defined, as you can see here, that is define Kelsey square, then x and then colon. Means this is again my function header line. Means I have defining one more function with the name that is Kelsey square. Then I have declared a variable that is a, in which I have called the first function that is power, and I have passed the parameters that is x comma value, sorry, I have passed that is x comma 2, and then I have mentioned return a. Okay, means I have created two function, and inside my second function I have called the first function. You can see here, right? Then comes to the n equals to 5. That means what it is basically, this is my main program. Means यहाँ से मेरा main program start हो जाता है, in which I have declared the variable with the name that is n, and this variable stored the value 5. Then one more variable I have taken, that is result. Then I have called first function that is second inner function I have called that is Kelsey square, and then I have passed the value that is n. Then I have called my first function power, and I have passed the values that is 3 comma 3, and then I have mentioned print result. So how it works basically, first it, as you all know that my function means जब program execute होता है always starts from my main program. तो n की वैल्यू वो देखेगा 5 है. then result में Kelsey square n, Kelsey square के पास पहुंच गया, यहाँ पे उसने n की वैल्यू क्या ली 5. अब 5 स्क्वायर मीन्स 25 आ गया, ठीक है, प्लस देन पावर के पास पहुंचेगा, यहाँ पे उसने वैल्यू पास करी है 3 comma 3, तो 3 की पावर 3 मीन्स 27. so 27 plus 25, how much I am getting? 52. So now let's check the output. Let me save this, then see the output, and you can see here the output I'm getting is 52. This how my function works inside this Python program. Clear? Is that clear? I don't think so कि अब इसमें कोई confusion होना चाहिए आपको, ठीक है? Yes, so now come to the one more part of the same question, which here also you have to predict the output produced by the following code. So as you can see here, the first function that is again with the name power, and the parameters passed as b comma p, and then I have taken a variable with the name that is r and mentioned b raised to the power p. Okay, then I am getting return r. Okay, so then again one more function has been declared with the same name, that is defining Kelsey square, and the parameter passed has been the value that is a. Then again in a variable a, I have called my first function that is power, and the value passed is a comma 2, and then return a. Okay, then my main program again starts from this n equals to 5, and then result is Kelsey square n, and then print result. So you all know my when my function starts executing, it always starts on the main program. It's check n equals to 5. Okay, the value has been assigned, that is 5. Then in the next state line it's given Kelsey square. अब वो Kelsey square पे जाएगा, यहाँ पे इसको क्या पास किया गया है value that is n, and the value is 5. तो 5 comma 2 means 5 raised to power 2, and the output I am getting is 25. Let's check. Yes, so 25 is the answer that what we are getting. Okay. Yes, so one more problem is there, in which what is the question? The question is the function has been created with the name that is defining increment. Increment is what? The name of the function again. Then the parameter passed inside the parenthesis is the variable x. Then inside the function, first a variable is declared with the name that is z, and the value stored in the variable z is 45. Then in the next line x equals to x plus 1, means the x has been incremented with the 1, and then return x. Okay, then my main program start from y again, that is y equals to 3, and print y. Then y in variable, same in y variable, what we did basically, we have called the function that is increment y. Okay, what basically does here? the function has been called. Then print y. So how it means the output has been generated, like first here it's print y, so it will print 3. Then in the next line it has been checked that function has been called y, okay, and the value of y is 3, so x it returns me 3 plus 1, that is 4. Then in the next line it's getting print y. Let's check the output. Yes, so you all can see the output I'm getting is 3 and then 4. Okay, so these are the few problems in which you have to predict the output produced by the following code that I have discussed just now with you. Okay, like this way you have to practice the programs by your own. Okay, now after this we're going to discuss few programming questions. Okay, so now going to discuss few more programs, that is in this trace the following code contain local variables and global variable. Means in this particular program you can see a global variable has also been declared and a local variable has also been declared. So we have already discussed about this local variable and global variable as when I have explained about this particular topic. So now I'm going to explain one more time, so please carefully watch what are the locals variable and what are the global variables. Okay, so as you all know that my function starts with the the program starts with the defining the function with the name that is cube. Cube is what, again, the name of the function, and the parameter passed as n. Okay, then a variable has been declared ch. Ch is a local variable. Okay, ch is a local variable and it can be used inside the function only. Okay, and the local variable ch, the formula I have passed is n into n. Okay, and then I have mentioned return ch. Okay, so basically here this n variable and ch both are the local variable and they can be used inside the function only. Okay, then my main program start from x equals to 10. X is again a global variable as it has been declared outside the function, so it can be used by anyone. Okay, so the value of x has been declared is 10, and again one more variable has been declared with the name that is x cubed, and the function called by using this cube, and then the value passed is x. Okay, then print x cubed is x cube. Okay, means what happened in this particular function, in this particular program, function declare किया गया है, the name of the function is cube, and ये जो n है और the ch है, they both are the variables, but these are local variable as these can be initiated inside the function only and can be used inside function only. Clear? Then my main program starts from here, that is x equals to 10, and this x cube equal to, then I have called the function that is cube and passed the value that is x. So both x and x cube are the global variable as they has been assigned or initiated outside the function, so it can be accessed by anyone, that what we have discussed before. Okay, then in the last print statement has been given print x cubed is x cube. Clear? So now I'm going to save this and then I'm going to run the program. So the output I'm getting is 10 cubed is 1000. Okay. Yes, so now next question is a programming in which the statement is write a function that takes a positive integer and returns the ones position digit of the integer. Means आपको function create करना है that takes a positive integer, ठीक है, पॉजिटिव इंटीजर हो, एंड हमें उसकी क्या रिटर्न करनी है, वंस पोजीशन. मीन्स कि फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे, वंस पोजीशन पे क्या वैल्यू है उस पर्टिकुलर नंबर की. ठीक है, सपोज इफ आई एंटर 1 2 3, देन ऑन वंस पोजीशन व्हाट इज द डिजिट एक्चुअली. ओके, दैट वी नीड टू return. So how we can do that? Let's start. First of all, I'm creating a function. Okay, define that is get ones. Okay, and I pass the parameter that is number. Okay, now I have taken the variable that is ones digit. Formula I have to put that is number, divide by 10. Okay, clear? Then returns ones digit. ठीक है, what I did basically here, I have created a function with the name that is get ones. I have passed the parameter that is number, and then I have applied the formula that is one digit equal to number divided by 10. Okay, then returns one digit. Now my main program equals to int input, enter the integer. Okay. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm giving the command that is print, then I'm going to call the function that is get once, and then I pass the value that is number. Okay, now I'm going to save this and now I'm going to run the program. Now it asks me for the integer. Let me type 678. Now first position, it returns me the value that is 8. Okay, so I hope this has been clear. Please go through the question very carefully. Whatever has been written, according to that only you have to create a function. Okay, in this, what is the question that we have to take a positive integer, as I have taken the positive integer, and return the ones position digit of the integer. ठीक है, और जो उसकी वंस पोजीशन पे जो डिजिट थी वो मुझे प्रिंट करवानी थी. तो बेसिकली व्हाट आई डिड, आई हैव क्रिएटेड अ फंक्शन विद द नेम get once, and I have passed the parameter that is number, and then I have declared a variable ones digit, as this is a local variable, and I have divided number by 10. ओके, ताकि मेरे पास कौन सी प्लेस वैल्यू की डिजिट रिटर्न हो, वंस पोजीशन की. ठीक है, देन रिटर्न्स वन डिजिट, एंड देन माय मेन फंक्शन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस नंबर इन इनपुट एंटर द इंटीजर, एंड देन आई हैव कॉल्ड द फंक्शन. ओके, so I hope this has been clear to you, and now I believe you all know how to create a functions in a Python. Yes students, so one more example I have taken. As you can see here, that I've created a variable with the name that is multiply. Okay, and the parameters that I have passed inside this parenthesis is, first is number 1 and the second one is number 2. Means my first line is a function header line. Okay, then my next statement starts from here, in which I have taken a variable and the name of the variable is answer, and it prints number 1 into number 2. Okay, then I have given the command of print number 1 times number 2 equal to answer. Okay, means first number 1 print hoga, then times, then number 2, then equals to. Okay, then return answer. Okay, now my main program starts from here, in which I have taken a variable that is output. It is a global variable, and I have called the function that is multiply, and I have passed the values that is 5 comma 5. Now we will see what will gonna happen. As you can see here, the values passes 5 comma 5. So what it prints, actually it prints 5 into 5, I'm getting 25. So that means my answer returns 25, but in print it's returned 5 times 5 equals to answer, that is 25. Now I'm going to save this, and now let's check the output. Yes, so you can see here the output I'm getting is 5 times 5 equal to 25, because here my number 1 is 5, number 2 is 5. So 5 times 5, so I'm getting is 25. Okay. Yes, so here comes my next program. As you can see here, that I have declared a variable num equals to 1. That means this variable number has been declared globally. Why? Because as you can see, it is outside the function on the top of the program. As you all can see here, that num is a global variable, and the value stored in this global variable is 1. Okay, then I have created one function with the name that is my function. What I did, I have assigned this number globally, that I have mentioned global number. Okay, then num our value means in this, again in num I have stored the value that is 10, and then mention return number. Okay, means पहले मैंने नंबर को, नंबर जो है एक वेरिएबल है, उसे डिक्लेयर किया, एंड दैट वेरिएबल हैज बीन डिक्लेयर्ड ग्लोबली, एंड द वैल्यू स्टोर्ड एज 1. ओके, देन इनसाइड द फंक्शन आई हैव यूज्ड दिस ग्लोबल वेरिएबल दैट इज num. I have mentioned that as global number. Okay, then I have passed the new value to that particular number to variable, that is num equals to 10, and then I have mentioned return number. Now my main program starts from here, and you can see print num. This is also part of my main program. As above, I have mentioned num equal to 1. Then I mentioned print num. Now what value it prints? 1. Okay, then print my function. I have called the function. Here it displays the value of num, that is 10, because I have passed the new value of this variable, and that new value is 10. You all can see. Okay, then it prints 10. Then I mentioned print, again print num. Then it returns the new value, that is 10 only. Now I'm going to save this program and will show you the output. Okay, so first it prints the first number, that is 1, because earlier I have declared the number globally and the value stored is 1. Then next step I have called the function, that is print my function, and the new value I have passed, that is 10, so it prints number 10. Then again after the function I have again called print number, and then it returns the new value of that variable, that is 10. Okay, so now I hope this has been clear. Yes, so now here comes to my first one more program in which we have to create a program. You can see the heading. The program is write a program that generate 4 term of an AP by providing initial and step values to a function that return first 4 terms of the series. Means what you have to do, you have to create an arithmetic progression. Okay, I think you have learned about this AP in your mathematics. ठीक है, सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, यू हैव टू प्रोवाइड द इनिशियल एंड स्टेप वैल्यू. हमें इनिशियल और अपनी स्टेप वैल्यू, मतलब जहाँ से हमारी सीरीज स्टार्ट हो रही है और कितने स्टेप्स के बाद मेरी नेक्स्ट टर्म आएगी, तो वो हमें इनिशियलाइज करनी है इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ अ फंक्शन दैट रिटर्न्स फर्स्ट 4 टर्म्स ऑफ अ सीरीज. मतलब मेरे फंक्शन से मुझे पहली 4 सीरीज मुझे अपनी AP फर्स्ट 4 टर्म्स मुझे अपनी सीरीज की मिले. ठीक है, दैट program I have to generate. So now I'm going to generate that program in front of you. Okay, like here first of all I'm declaring my function, that is defining, and I'm taking return series. This is the name of my function, and I pass the values, that is initialize comma step. मतलब पैरामीटर्स मैंने पास कर दिए अपने फंक्शन में. ठीक है, now what I'm doing, I'm just mentioning this return, and I'm mention the value, that is initialize comma initialize plus step. मेरी नेक्स्ट सीरीज बन जाएगी. ठीक है, कॉमा देन नेक्स्ट आएगी टर्म इनिशियलाइज प्लस 2 स्टार स्टेप. ओके, then comma initialize plus 3 star step. ओके, ये रिटर्न हो गया. ठीक है, सो व्हाट आई डिड, एज यू कैन सी हियर, दैट आई हैव डिक्लेयर्ड अ फंक्शन विद द नेम रिटर्न सीरीज and I have passed the parameter, that is initial value and step. ठीक है, देन इन रिटर्न आई मेंशन द फॉर्मूला, बिकॉज मेरी सीरीज का फॉर्मूला यही होता है, पहले इनिशियल वैल्यू, देन माई नेक्स्ट सीरीज इज इनिशियलाइज प्लस स्टेप, देन इनिशियलाइज प्लस 2 इंटू स्टेप, देन प्लस इनिशियलाइज प्लस 3 इंटू स्टेप. ये मैंने अपने फंक्शन में पास कर दिया है. ठीक है, अब माई मेन प्रोग्राम विल गोना स्टार्ट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इनिशियल इक्वल्स टू int. Yes, so this initial variable is of int data type. As you can see here that I have mentioned int. Now I'm going to mention input, and then I'm entering, that is enter initial value of AP series. Okay. Now next I'm taking so now I'm taking next variable, that is st equals to, again this is of int data type. Okay, now by using input, enter the steps, enter the step value of the AP series. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm giving the command of print, that is series with initial value. Okay, comma INI the variable that what I have declared above, comma, and step value, comma, st. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm just going to call the function by taking t1, comma, t2, comma, t3. Okay, comma, t4, because 4 term series I want now, so I have taken these 4, and now I'm going to call the function ret series. Okay, now initializing with the value that is ini, comma, st. Okay, now I'm giving the command of print t1, comma, t2, comma, t3, comma, t4. Okay, so this is what my program is. What I have done, basically I have created one function with the name, return series, and I have initialized, or you can say I have passed the parameter that is initialize and step, and then in return I have applied the formula for generating this 4 term of an AP series. Then I have taken a variable, a global variable, that is ini, and this variable is of int data type, and by input I have mentioned enter initial value of the AP series. And then my next variable I have taken st, and again it is of int data type, and I have mentioned that is enter the step value of an AP series. Okay, so first I am going to print the initial value of this initial as well as step. As you can see in print statement I have given this command. Then I have declared 4 variable t1, t2, t3, t4, and I have called the function that what I have created above, and I have passed the values, and then I have given the command of print. Now I am going to save it, and now I am going to run. Okay, so now I am going to run. Yes, it asked me for the initial value of the AP series, that is I have entered 2, and it asked me for the step value, I have entered 4. Yes, and then here comes my AP series with the steps, that is 4. Clear? So I hope this has been clear to you. Okay, so now with this I'm going to end with this today's session, and we have completed with our chapter 3 also. So now in my next class I'm going to share the worksheet of this chapter. Clear, children?